A very good morning to all of you. Let me welcome you all for the social class. Today we are going to see chapter 9 of your history, Women, Caste and Reform. Women, Caste and Reform. In this chapter we are going to see some of the reforms that were introduced to improve the status of women. அதாவது women ஓட status improve பண்றதுக்காக they have brought some reforms, okay, that we are going to see, and also some of the reforms that they were introduced to improve caste inequality. அதாவது caste base பண்ணி ஏதாவது inequalities நடந்துச்சு அப்படினா அதை improve பண்றதுக்காகவும் that should be abolished அப்படின்றதுக்காக they have brought some reforms, okay. These reforms were brought by social reformers. நிறைய social reformers you may have heard. One well known social reformer is Rajaram Mohan Roy. நிறைய placeல you may have heard his name, இல்லையா? He has abolished sati அப்படின்ற ஒரு practice, sati practice வந்துட்டு avoid பண்ணாங்க, ஓகேவா? At that time, okay. These reforms were introduced during 18th and during 19th century. adana indha madri reforms kondu vandanaala dhaan now the women is enjoying all the rights and enjoying the equality between men and women, okay va? Seri okay. How the situation of women have now changed, eppadi maari irukku? We are okay, we are going for schools, colleges, and also we are working in companies, private or public or, and also we women are many women are working in all the departments, இல்லையா? எல்லா டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ஸ்லயும் elections are or state election, central elections, and each எல்லா போஸ்டிங்ஸ்லயுமே, for example in aerospace இது research department, development la ella place, manufacturing la, all these departments have women, இல்லையா? நிறைய places la women are employed. So and also they have the right to vote, they have the right to speak, ella protest பண்றதுக்காக they have the rights, okay. Likewise all these rights were given to women, okay, and also they have the right to choose their husband, what life they want, எல்லா அவங்களோட own life எப்படி இருக்கணும் அப்படின்றது எல்லாத்தையுமே choose பண்றதுக்கான rights வந்து women have, இல்லையா? So now the women can also cast they were allowed to cast their vote, அதாவது vote போட கூட they were allowed, and also women enjoy equal rights to men, equal rights, ரெண்டு பேர் men and women have equal rights, அந்த மாதிரி everything is given, and also women were becoming financially independent, அதாவது they were not depending on men to for the financial support. Financial support kaga they were not depending men, they were financially independent irukanga, இல்லையா? And also இப்போ but என்னதான் men and women equal அப்படினு சொன்னாலுமே economically weaker sectionsல women are treated still they were not going to education, going to schools, okay va? இந்த மாதிரி problems எல்லாம் still it is there அப்படினு சொல்றாங்க. We will just see how the women are treated 200 years back, or 200 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி how the women are treated, that we are going to see in this chapter, okay va? Okay, நிறைய social practices வந்துட்டு common, for example child marriages, sati, and women are not allowed to access education, and she have to sit within the four walls of the house. வீட்டில் மட்டும்தான் இருக்கணும், அந்த 4 செவத்துக்குள்ளே தான் இருக்கணும், and she have to do only the domestic works, வீட்டுக்குள்ளே இருக்கக்கூடிய வேலைகள் மட்டும்தான் செய்யணும், அந்த மாதிரி there is some restrictions for women, okay va? This is how the women is treated, and according what is that the practice of sati அப்படின்னா என்னது? The widow have to be immolate herself in the fire, okay va? அவங்க husband இறந்துட்டாங்க அப்படின்னா she have to be immolated herself either voluntarily or by force. அவங்களே போய் உடன்கட்டை ஏறுதல் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்கல்ல, what is that? She have to be அவங்களே போயிட்டு burn ஆயிக்கணும், or else some people will force her to do that, okay. This is what done at that time, okay. That time this was very famous, very popular, okay va? Popular social practice, and also besides this inequality between men and women, another thing also happened. Caste inequalities nala the people were divided among 4 divisions. 4 divisions the people were divided. One is Brahmins and the other is Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Sudras. Okay, these 4 divisions were based on caste inequality. Caste inequality மூலியமா these people were divided. Okay, upper caste Brahmins and Kshatriyas were belong to upper caste. Vaishyas and Vaishyas கீழ Vaishyas வந்துட்டு middle level. Okay, at the next level were the Vaishyas or group of traders and money lenders. Below the Vaishyas were the Sudras who were normally peasants and artisans இருப்பாங்க. ஓகேவா, artisans are nothing but hand crafts பண்ணுவாங்கல்லமா, கைத்தொழில் செய்வாங்க இல்லையா, they were called artisans. And peasants means farmers. Okay, they comes under Sudras ல வருவாங்க. ஓகேவா, below the Sudras were people engaged in menial jobs such as cleaning work பண்றவங்க வந்துட்டு below Sudras. Okay, they were below Sudras. Okay, they were treated as untouchable. And the Sudras க்கு கீழ உள்ளவங்க வந்துட்டு they were treated as untouchables and prohibited from entering temples or using waters from the wells or ponds used by the upper caste. Upper caste use பண்ற waters வந்துட்டு தொடக்கூடாது, டெம்பிளுக்கு போகக்கூடாது, அந்த மாதிரிலாம் untouchables வந்துட்டு ஃபாலோ பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தாங்க. ஓகேவா, untouchability. These were the social practices that were prevalent during 19th century. ஓகேவா, during 19th century. During 18th century and the 18th century then the things started to change during 19th and 20th century. Now everyone is equal. There is no inequality. There are some inequalities are there, but they have avoided some of the things. Okay, what reforms were introduced to improve the status of women? Okay, women oda status improve பண்றதுக்காக what are the reforms they have taken? That is what we are going to see. How the reforms take place, எப்படி வந்து reforms வந்து கொண்டு வர ஆரம்பிச்சாங்க அப்படின்னா, பேப்பர் அண்ட் பிரிண்டிங் ப்ரைஸ் வந்துட்டு சீப்பர் ஆக ஆரம்பிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் நியூஸ் பேப்பர்ஸ், மேகசின்ஸ் and leaflets, pamphlets, everyone started publishing their views in this. Okay, இதுல வந்துட்டு சொல்ல ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாங்க. Everyone can afford it, so it can be available to common man. யாருனாலும் அந்த பேப்பரா இருக்கட்டும், மேகசின்ஸா இருக்கட்டும், அதை வாங்குற சக்தி வந்துட்டு இருந்துச்சு. ஓகேவா, so these publications informed the common man of the developments taking place around them and to voice their opinions on several social issues. அவங்களோட ஒப்பீனியன்ஸை வந்துட்டு சொல்றதுக்கான பிளாட்ஃபார்மா this has helped. Okay, many men and some women from cities participated in discussions on social and political, economic and religious issues they were taking place. Okay, so hence during early 19th century print media வந்து establish பண்ணதும் main social reformer, who is that? Rajaram Mohan Roy was the main social reformer. He established a reform association called Brahmo Samaj. Okay, Brahmo Samaj was established by Rajaram Mohan Roy in the year 1830. எதுக்காக அப்படின்னா for the abolishment of sati, and also he wanted to avoid and the inequalities between men and women. அது எல்லாத்தையுமே he wanted to avoid, and also he supports for widow remarriage. எல்லாத்துக்குமே he has supported. What is his lifetime? What is the lifetime of Rajaram Mohan Roy? 1772 to 1833. Okay, 1772 to 1833. Brahmo Samaj was established by Rajaram Mohan Roy in 1830 in Calcutta. Okay, in Calcutta. Okay, then sati was abolished in the year 1829. 1829 la sati was abolished. What are the main objectives of Rajaram Mohan Roy? Rajaram Mohan Roy oda main objectives enna appadina, western education should be widely accessible in the country appdin sollirukanga, and women should attain freedom from equality. Freedom and equality, freedom irukana and equality should be there for women appdin sollirukanga. And many wrongful, his writing brought out the wrongful restrictions on women such as confining them to the four walls of house, engaging them in households and denying education. இந்த மாதிரி வீட்டுக்குள்ள மட்டும் வச்சிட்டு they were not allowed to educate இல்லையா, this should be avoided அப்படின்ற this was the main view of Rajaram Mohan Roy. He has moved by various problems faced by the women and tried to bring in reforms. நிறைய what is the meaning of reforms? reformsனா என்னமா, சீர்திருத்தங்கள், ஓகேவா, சேஞ்சஸ், ஒரு சேஞ்ச் கொண்டு வரணும் அப்படின்றது தான் ரிஃபார்ம்ஸ், ஓகேவா. சோஷியல் ரிஃபார்மர்ஸ்னா சீர்திருத்தவாதிகள், ஓகேவா. ஓகே, reformersனா சீர்திருத்தவாதிகள். ஓகே, many initiatives he has started to reform widow life of widows ஓட லைஃப் வந்து இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்றதுக்காக. that main thing was sati. okay, sati was the main thing and also he wanted to start widow remarriage யும் encourage பண்ணனும் அப்படின்றது தான் his main thing. and also sati was abolished in 1828, a year before Brahmo Samaj was established. okay, just like Rajaram Mohan Roy மாதிரியே இன்னொரு person ஈஸ்வர் சந்திர வித்யாசாகர் அப்படின்ற ஒரு person வந்து he has started protesting for widow remarriage he has started protesting. okay va, okay, and also he too started establishing that he referred that many in the ancient text me in the widow remarriage ku against illa abindradha he has established. he started exploring it to everyone and after his ivanga ivlo dura fight பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் the law was passed for widow remarriage in the year 1856. in the year 1856 la a law was passed for widow remarriage. okay va, these years are very very important, just take a note on it. okay, then Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar is supporting for widow remarriage and he has after his protest law was passed in the year 1856 for allowing widow remarriage. okay, at the same time many people were against his avangaloda view opinion ku many people were against that and Vidyasagar initiative வந்து avoid பண்ணாங்க and even they boycotted him, அவங்கள வந்து வெளியே அனுப்புனாங்க. ஓகேவா. however by the end of 19th century people from many parts of the country began to support the movement for widow remarriage க்கு after 19th century la by the end of 19th century la everyone started supporting him. Vidyasagar, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar ku everyone started supporting. okay, for example some of the reformers like in north la Swami Dayanand Saraswati in north he has established Arya Samaj. okay, Arya Samaj in Calcutta in 1875. Arya Samaj in Calcutta in 1875 for widow remarriage. okay va, Dayanand Saraswati has established Arya Samaj in Calcutta in 1875 for widow remarriage and Brahmo Samaj was established by Rajaram Mohan Roy in 1830 in Calcutta for the improvement of lives for widows oda lives வந்து improve பண்ணனும் அப்படின்றதுக்காக. and in south we have a reformer called Veerasalingam Pantulu. he Telugu speaking Madras presidency. okay va, Telugu speaking Madras presidency ku we have a reformer called Veerasalingam Pantulu அப்படின்ற person. okay va, okay, he has founded an association for widow remarriage. in Bombay also many intellectuals supported widow remarriage. okay, many so in spite of that என்னதா இந்த மாதிரி reforms கொண்டு வந்தாலுமே many society is not accepting women who remarry. okay, widows who remarry did not get the acceptance of the society. okay, the next one is support for education of girls. That is what we are going to see. Several reformers believe that educating girls was necessary to improve their condition. girls oda condition change pannuna first they have to educate பண்ணாதனமா அந்த awareness will come in their minds இல்லையா, awareness வரும். educate அவங்களுக்கு இதெல்லாம் எது நல்லது எது கெட்டது அப்படின்ற எண்ணங்கள் வந்து வரும். for that reason the girls should be educated அப்படின்ற thought வந்து many people have. so where Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar has established a school for girls in Punjab la where Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar has established school in Calcutta la he has started a school, okay, and to them attending school means taking many people started opposing everything edella kondu varangalo, many people started opposing it இல்லையா, நிறைய பேர் அதை அப்போஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க கண்டிப்பா. ஸோ girls educate பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது many people thought that they were taken out of home, வீட்டை விட்டு வெளியே கூட்டிட்டு போறாங்க. பிஃபோர் women வீட்டை விட்டு வெளியே போனாலும் அது பெரிய தப்பு தான், ஓகேவா. ஸோ this should not be done அப்படின்றத சொன்னாங்க. Some liberal families la vandu the women was taught by the men of the family, avanga veetla irukkoodiya aane solli kodupanga, okay va, and or they were self taught, avangale padichupanga. This was the condition of women in liberal families, okay. Then Raj idhula romba important ana or 3 people பத்தி பார்க்க போறோம். Raj Sundari Devi அப்படிங்கற ஒரு woman is there. She is the first Indian woman to write an autobiography titled Amar Jeeban or My Life. Adhaadu Raj Sundari Devi is the first Indian woman to write her own autobiography. Adhaadu autobiography அப்படினா நம்ம what is the meaning of autobiography? அவங்களோட லைஃப் சுயசரிதை அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா, அவங்களோட லைஃப்ல என்னெல்லாம் நடந்துச்சோ அதை வந்து அவங்களே ஒரு புக்கா எழுதுறது தான், ஓகேவா. தட் இஸ் கால்ட் autobiography. She is the first Indian woman to write an autobiography titled Amar Jeeban, or in Hindi we call it as Amar Jeeban and in English we call it as My Life, okay. This is the autobiography. She has learned to read and write secretly, avangale yarku theriyama kattukittu she wrote her book, okay. By the end of 19th century, the Arya Samaj has set up schools for girls in Punjab la they has set up. Arya Samaj was founded by Swami Dayanand Saraswati. He has established school for girls in Punjab, okay. Then many Jyotirao Phule has established has set up schools in Maharashtra for girls kaga Jyotirao Phule அப்படிங்கற ஒரு girl ஒருத்தவங்க வந்துட்டு she has set up schools for girls in Maharashtra. And Mumtaz Ali is also a social reformer. She is also a social reformer who fights for women's education, okay. And also first Urdu novels were published to promote women's readership and bring awareness among women. These were the reforms that were taken to support for girls education, okay va. Okay, now moving, see, look at the picture. Female students in Hindu Mahila Vidyalaya in 1875, okay. Hindu Mahila Vidyalaya, which is established in the year 1875, okay. And we have the government, did you know in page number 30 did you know they have given, the government of India has launched a scheme called Beti Bachao Beti Padhao in 2015 by the Modi ji government, okay, by Pradhan Mantri Modi. He has launched a scheme called Beti Bachao Beti Padhao with the objective of ensuring the survival and protection of girl child and enabling her education. அதாவது அவங்கள ப்ரொடெக்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்காக, கேர்ள் சைல்டை ப்ரொடெக்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்காகவும் அவங்களுக்கு எஜுகேஷன் கொடுக்கறதுக்காகவும் a scheme was started named Beti Bachao Beti Padhao, okay. Can you all understand? Okay, now moving on to the next topic. Women begin to fight for her rights. அதாவது women itself started protesting for her rights, okay va. Till then many reformers, social reformers, men's வந்துட்டு fight பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தாங்க. After that women itself started protesting. அதாவது they started writing books, or else they started writing their opinions in a magazine or newspapers la they started giving their voice to the protest பண்ண ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிட்டாங்க, ஓகேவா. women started protesting in that main people ஒரு Begum Rokeya Shakawat Hossain is a lady who has set up schools for Muslim girls in Patna and Calcutta. She has set up Begum Rohia Shakawat Hussain has set up schools for Muslim girls in Patna and Calcutta. Okay, wow, can you all understand? And moving on to the next one. And by the end of 19th century, women started to get access to university education also. They started. Many women joined professions such as medicine and education. Adala padika start pannitaanga. Okay va? Many started writing and publishing books on the status of women in the society. Likewise, Tarabai Shinde, who was educated at home, published a book called Sri Purshul Tana. See, Tarabai Shinde has published a book called Sri Purshul Tana, which means comparison between men and women. Adhaadu comparison between men and women, how they are, what are the difference, what are the sharp, she made a sharp criticism of the social differences between men and women. Avanga rendu perukku irukodiya social differences, okay, that she has explained in this book Sri Purshul Tana, okay. And the next, another one lady, Pandita Ramabai has written a book called High Caste Hindu Women. High Caste Hindu Women. In this book, she has explained about upper caste Hindu women. What is the problems that were faced by the upper caste Hindu women? That is what she has explained in this book. Pandita Ramabai has also established a home for, has also set up a home for widows. Widows ku homes taniya homes vandittu she has set up. Adhaadu oru home madri, okay va, or orphanage madri oru home, okay va, home vandittu set up panniranga in Pune, where widows are not only got shelter but also received training to earn living. Eppadi vaalradhu அப்படின்றதையும் she has taught in that home. Okay, this is what about Pandita Ramabai. And Tarabai Shinde has written a book called Sri Purshul Tana. Okay, see, note down all the important names I have taught you and the important years I have told you in this class. Okay, and also now moving on to the next one, just like Tarabai Shinde, many women started to write their opinion about the society, about how the society treats women. Adapati, and also status of women, ennalla changes nadakano abindradha vandittu they started to explore through their writings. Okay, however, such initiatives by women activists upset the conservative groups. Adhaadu orthodox family ஒரு அந்த கொள்கை இப்படி தான் இருக்கணும், அப்படி தான் இருக்கணும் அப்படின்ற ஒரு கன்சர்வேட்டிவ் குரூப்ஸ் இருப்பாங்க இல்லையா, they felt bad about that. Okay, because girls should be இப்படி தான் women இருக்கணும், this is against that, இதெல்லாம் எங்களோட கொள்கைக்கே மாறானது அப்படின்றதெல்லாம் they may have thought இல்லையா, that those people were against these ladies. Okay, these even orthodox Muslims were worried by the effects these changes would bring. Enalla changes, because women started going for education, indha marla panna arambachanga illaya. So this cannot be accepted by many people. So this is what we have seen in the women begin to fight for her rights. Now moving on to the next topic, support of national leaders and Indian legislatures. Support of national leaders and Indian legislatures. Okay, see, support of national leaders and Indian legislature. என்னதான் இந்த ஆர்த்தடாக்ஸ் ஃபேமிலியில் உள்ளவங்க வந்துட்டு ப்ரொட்டஸ்ட் பண்ணாலுமே they doesn't care about that. They started reforming all these things. Okay, many changes வந்துட்டு reforming. So okay, the late 19th century witnessed active participation of women in reform works, writing books, editing magazines, establishing schools, women's association, training centers, idellame everyone started. And even in the early 20th century women started to build political pressure demanding laws for female suffrage. What is the meaning of suffrage ma? Suffrage is nothing but right to vote. Okay, suffrage is nothing but right to vote. Right to vote. Okay, right to vote. Right to vote. Suffrage is nothing but right to vote. Healthcare and women's education, they started to do all these things. Okay, during 1920s women were allowed to protest in what is that, freedom struggle they started the nationalist and socialist movement they started participating in all these things. And during that time many national leaders started supporting these women. For example, two leaders are supported. One is Jawaharlal Nehru and other is Subhash Chandra Bose. These both the national leaders supported women to enter into the what is that, freedom struggle. You can join us. He encouraged women to focus on the freedom struggle first. And then besides, due to the growth of women's association writing, the drive to bring reforms became stronger and among people. Then people began to oppose another custom prevalent in those times. Innor thing enna appadina, child marriage. They started opposing child marriage also, because the child is allowed to get married when she doesn't know the meaning of marriage. Enna meaning na enna? They were not physically and mentally fit for it. Okay, and the marriage they were not physically and mentally fit for it. Marriage na ennane theriyada and the time la they were asked to marry. Okay, so this should be prohibited. They wanted to bring an act called Child Marriage Restraint Act. This was introduced in the year 1929. Child Marriage Restraint Act was introduced in the year 1929, which allows men should be 18 years of men should be the marriage of man this act prevented marriage of man below the age of 18 and women below the age of 16. Below 18 years of age, man ku 18 years of age adukku keela marriage pannakoodadhu, and women should not be below the age of 16 appdin solliranga. Now the age is changed. Now the man should be 21 years of age to get married and the women should attain 18 years of age to get married. Okay, this was the changes that was introduced in the Child Marriage Restraint Act 1929. Okay, Child Marriage Restraint Act was introduced in the year 1929. So these were the major important things that we have seen in this video. Note down all the important years, acts and names that I have given you in this board. Please note it down, all these things. We will see what were the reforms were made to remove inequalities based on caste. That caste inequalities remove pandradhukaga what were the reforms introduced, that we will see in the next class. Okay, we will just recall all these things. Child Marriage Restraint Act was introduced in the year 1929 and Brahmo Samaj was established in the year 1830 by Raja Ram Mohan Rai in Calcutta, and Sati was abolished in the year 1829. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar Rao is protesting for widow remarriage, and the widow remarriage law was passed in the year 1856. Swami Dayanand Saraswati has established Arya Samaj in the year 1875 in Calcutta for the lives of widows kagana, okay ba? And Veerasalingam Pantulu is also for widow remarriage. Then books we have seen, Sri Purushotana is written by Darabai Shinde. Pandita Ramabai has written a book called High Caste Hindu Women, and first Indian woman to write an autobiography titled Amar Jiban or My Life, which is written by Raj Sundari Devi. And these were the important names that I have told you in this video. Okay, based on caste, it is people are divided into 4 divisions: Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Sudras. These were the 4 divisions. Okay, I hope you all understand this. What are the reforms that were introduced to improve the status of women that we have seen in this video. We will see the remaining what are the reforms that were introduced to avoid caste inequality, that we will see in the next class. Okay. Thank you students.